Hello! Welcome to Rupaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 9.
Divine Inspiration.
Everything BS, Stunning Stephen Wyatt, Brandon Gonzalez here with, of course, our own Michelle Visage of our podcast, Amy Sulam.
Hi!
And
Introducing Brett Tomlinson.
What's up?
Ow!
Brett is anonymously going to be here.
Yeah.
I'll probably change his name throughout the entire...
Probably.
We'll put a bleep over you, don't worry.
Might sound better.
We've distorted his face, don't worry. He's safe. Alright, so yeah.
He really doesn't have to wear that bag.
Cut to Brandon throwing up his Facebook profile picture.
Alright, so Episode 9, Divine Inspiration. It started off, everyone was coming in post Jaden's elimination. And we are all in Nashville, so Jaden, we're sorry to see you go.
Man down.
Yeah, man down, but you made it farther than any other Nashville queen, and you technically made it to the top 6, but it's top 7 now.
I feel like Jaden's elimination was overshadowed by Trixie coming back, and you could feel like...
her eyeshadow? Her over eyeshadow?
Her garage doors. And everybody, I think Katya spoke to that. She's like, you can feel the resentment in the room. So it's like nobody really got a chance to mourn Jaden going home, which they should have because she was a little motherfucking ray of sunshine.
Right off the bat, everyone was talking about Trixie, giving her the stank eye. And Trixie just
throwing shade like the noonday sun.
I think it's incredibly unfair that they ever bring anybody back.
And the way they did it this year, they made it to where, usually when the girl comes back, she immediately goes home. But by making her compete in the last episode, technically...
Well, we're all in agreement that it's not going to be fair for her to be in the top 3.
No, especially since she missed Snatch Game, but we talked about that last week. Alright, so right off the bat, Miss Fame immediately goes after Pearl. Like, just starts saying, people, if I put on a good outfit, they get mad, but other girls are walking around with just an off-the-rack dress, I think she said.
It wasn't a good outfit, wasn't she? It was a skin-tight...
twins or whatever.
I'm sorry. She looked like they died of first aid.
Died of first aid?
The bandage, did they go raid the...
I think they died of thirst.
They got the freaking... first aid kit and wrapped up in ace bandages. Like, your costuming altogether cost you $4.99 at Walmart's. Don't even play. And I wasn't impressed. The plastic surgery's been done. I just can't even with them. And Fame, I'm sorry, but her looks are beat to death. Like, we get it. You're pretty. Go suck a dick.
Quit resting on pretty.
Anyone's?
What?
Anyone's?
Steven's specifically. Go put Steven's penis in your mouth.
That's probably the worst you could do.
I don't think that'll shut her up. Alright, so luckily for us, the library was open. Yay! Finally. I felt like this year the library wasn't as funny as it has been in some of the past seasons. I felt like it was only like 1 minute of the library.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much. I remember Ginger clocked someone's face. Katya talked about Pearl getting out of her shell and could use that for padding or something like that.
I remember Violet said Katya needs to be like her hairline and recede.
Yeah.
That was cute. But there wasn't a Bianca Del Rio moment.
No.
There wasn't a...
Even Darian Lake was good last year.
Darian Lake was good. Who else am I thinking of that's not...
Adore, maybe? Jocelyn or
no? I'm thinking
of past seasons.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Raven's bestie, and her name is escaping me.
Jujubee.
Her reading was legendary.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Brett, did you have something to throw in there?
No.
Okay.
I just missed Jujubee.
Good job, Brett.
I do too.
There really wasn't that great of jokes, and man, Miss Fame fell flat on her ass. Not even jokes, it was like more like observations that weren't even funny. It was just...
You're wearing pants today.
Oh my god, are those a cotton poly blend? Oh.
And I mean, I guess I'm sure they edited a lot of it out, but why didn't no one, read Pearl for the sleepwalking and all this and that? It's just there was so much more I wanted to see. I wanted them to read Ginger for looking like Sam Kinison or Ben Franklin, you said last week. She was drafting the Constitution over that dress. But yeah, Yeah, the library was not that entertaining. So now Rue came in and revealed what... Well, actually, Trixie won, I think, the library. Did she win anything?
No.
One getting Ginger, I don't know. None of the funny challenges have been funny this season because none of the queens are fucking funny. Katya's hysterical, Ginger's hysterical, and then everybody else falls.
Katya's level of funny, I think, is just because we think she's funny because no one else is funny. Like, if she was standing next to Bianca Del Rio or someone else, we wouldn't think she was funny. She'd be gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're down to the final 7 again.
RuPaul came in and announced that John Waters is going to be the special guest, and they're going to be reenacting 3 musical-inspired themes from his movies.
I don't want to get way off track here, but
Go ahead.
I like John Waters. I like Crybaby. I think that's my favorite one of his. But
you and my 12-year-old have that in common.
Yes,
her favorite movie.
I think I have one other friend who likes it. I never understood why everyone just because Divine was in Pink Flamingo and all these other films that all of a sudden this is like a big gay culture, gay icon. And I know John Waters is gay himself.
Whoa. Are you saying Divine is not a gay icon?
And I never understood why.
All right, we're gonna edit that
out.
All right. So the theme is John Waters. They had to break down into groups, but instead of like being assigned groups, it was literally like touch the next person. Whoever you touch, bam, you're on a team. And it was really kind of random. They didn't really seem to have any ramifications to doing it, and they didn't even explain. Maybe I missed it, but they didn't even really explain how each one got the scene that they got. The scenes were cha-cha heels, poo, and eggs.
Okay, let me tell you, as a stand-up comic, I'm so over doo-doo jokes. Like, I can't even... It's the most basic thing that people go to, and anytime I hear someone reference feces in any way, I'm like, oh, your writing sucks. Like, that might have been cool for John Waters back then, but now I'm just like, really, doo-doo, that's where we went? Congratulations. Mazel tov on being 8. Like, I can't... I just... But that's just me. That's
he was more for that shock
at least
value of...
The film I like is
but
a 12-year-old range.
Yeah.
So.
But for me, like, just...
Have you seen Crybaby?
That's just my 2 cents as a stand-up comic. Like, if you are making shock value jokes that involve poop or violence against women or vomit but I'm done with you. You suck as a writer. Now, for John Waters at the time, that might have been original and shocking, and I definitely don't want to swipe at him, but I can see Brandon's getting bored with what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Wait.
I'm just, as a stand-up,
in a way, you're agreeing with... I wasn't singling out Divine. I'm singling out all of John Waters'
Yeah, I think
style.
it's past its prime. And when you have to go to doo-doo as your shock value thing, no disrespect to John Waters at the time, I'm sure that was very shocking. But now I'm just so over it, and I watch so many pathetic, non-talented open micers be like, I was blah 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 and poop. And I'm like, oh, that would be so funny if I was 7. That'd be hysterical.
All right, well, edit it to where it sounded like I was talking about what she was talking about.
All right, cool.
Oh my God. Stephen
so on the team Cha-Cha Hills...
No, I want to be on par with you.
On the team Cha-Cha Hills, we had Katya and Kennedy. Kennedy...
I didn't see this one.
Kennedy can sing. That's cool. Katya went back for her old lady shtick, which she's been relying on old lady shtick.
Well, it was the only other character in the story.
I know, but she did that last week. She did that when she was tanning. She's always kind of giving you this older lady chic. Even when she did that Leather and Lace, she did like 40-year-old Britney. Like, she's always getting older and older. And they don't seem to... I mean, they seem to like it since
I don't think she claimed herself to be 40-year-old Britney.
I know, but that's what everyone was saying. Like, she likes to do an older style of drag, and she likes to be that trashy cigarette smoking and the bingo hall and raspy voice. And, I mean, she's doing it well, so no one's seems to have a problem with it yet.
And the thing is, if you look past the raspy voice, she can carry a tune. She just doesn't want to. Like
she's afraid. That she's so afraid.
And she had one of the best. We'll get to it later.
And we had Ginger and Trixie and eggs and
weird.
That one just came off kind of weird.
You know what? In gay culture, you can't say eggs without thinking of True Blood, and so I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I was like, oh, you're what's her face's boyfriend from season 2.
I thought that one was kind of weird. I felt it seemed kind of flat. And Trixie was once again not delivering. She wasn't being super funny. Like, remember during the 10 episode, they told her, go for it. And this one, she was just sort of there getting upstaged by Ginger. So I'm not actually excited that Trixie's back. I don't really see anything that great or memorable.
I'm going to go ahead and say I don't like Trixie's drag. I don't like the cartoon character thing. If she did it once, it's fine. But she looks like an anime character every time she comes out now.
She could have done that on a Snatch
With
game.
the blue
She could have
eyes.
been an anime character.
Why are you hating on her?
Alright.
I just think if you got to
Why?
eliminate him, quiet.
Alright, well, let's move on to the weakest team.
Quiet.
Alright, let's move on to the weakest team. We had Pearl, Fame, and Violet, and...
Were they all trying to play pregnant? What was up with that?
Well, funny, 3 skinny bitches trying to be fat, and bless her soul, Violet tried to... I don't know what she did. She was still so scrawny and gaunt looking with like a little pudge just sitting there.
Violet needs an entire Subway store full of sandwiches if she's going to play fat. If she's going to play medium weight. Jesus. Oh.
Bobby, did you have something to say on that?
Yeah.
All right.
For the record,
No.
Billy agreed with everything I had to say.
I'm glad you're here, Bert.
Thank you, Benedict.
All right, so
People think there's like 15 of us at this thing.
you had Fame and Pearl being really awkward. Fame was trying to oversell the I'm a demon, blah, blah, blah. And Pearl was just there. No, Fame was overselling the demon, and Pearl was just...
No, Pearl was just Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl was just Pearl, and Pearl went back to that old character that she was doing when she was getting in trouble before she won an episode and then was fine for a while. Now, all of a sudden, she went back to that sleepwalking character, and I was thinking, oh, God, the bitch is back. She's sleepwalking again. So that was not good for her. And at least we got to see Lucian Piani. That's always fun when he's...
Lucian Piani?
Yeah, hello. He's nice. We like him. Alright, so they went back to the workroom, and Fame once again started coming for Pearl, talking about, like, she was talking about her makeup, and she goes, well, I want to ask you about your makeup. Well, you should. And then she just started making those little comments back and forth, and it was very clear that Fame was being very insecure, and Pearl could see that, and there was just some genuine heat building up between them. So then we got to the runway. RuPaul came out in that dress.
Oh, yeah.
I actually liked it. I thought it was the best dress this season.
It was bootylicious. I loved it.
I'm just glad she didn't come out in her other dresses. You know, she always comes out in like a canary yellow fucking cockatoo dress, which we've seen it.
Yeah.
But this was fun.
Yeah,
Bernard, did you like it?
RuPaul's dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very form-fitting, and
you're
the self-character of herself on it.
I'm going to need you to do a different accent for each name. I like this one a lot. I like it was her, and it took me a hot minute to realize it was her on there. I'm sure it wasn't her real ass, but yeah, it was the same afro she was wearing. I thought that was really cool.
Now the theme on the runway was, what was it? Ugliest dress ever. Yeah. Now I kind of feel bad because I feel like a lot of these queens who already went home were serving that every runway. So, man, can you imagine that? Like, oh, really? Like, some of them are sitting back at home going, now you have this challenge?
Like, Jaden,
unfortunately.
Jaden comes out and, ooh, winner.
Let's not do that.
Let's edit that back out.
Now, the judges, we did have, we had Carson there, which was great. We had Demi Lovato, and then we had John Waters. So we had a good panel of judges, including Michelle, of course, and Rue. The first one out was Kennedy, and she came out with the old lady chic.
Yeah.
She sucked. That was awful and stupid. She wanted to, like John Waters said, she did old lady chic. She had the giant pearls from the Orbitz commercial of the non-successful drag queen. I don't know where they're getting that necklace, but I fucking want it.
She was just a church lady.
She was an old ass church. Like, you stuck your skirt in your pantyhose. Mazel tov. That's not ugly. Like, my Safta would have worn that to shul. For those of you who aren't Jewish, that means my grandma would have worn that to synagogue.
What's synagogue?
What is that?
Synagogue. It's where the Jews go to have church.
Grandmother?
Oh, which grandma? Oh, it's my mom's mother.
Well, at least she didn't come out in another pageant. gown. Which, funny, I think some of her last pageant gowns would have worked great on this runway.
I agree.
Like
with
that
you.
over rhinestone green one where she won that
chicken
challenge.
outfit would have been perfect.
Oh yeah, she should have just put on
Yes,
her
bitch.
Death Becomes Her look and
Yeah.
came out there. But I guess she should have
She
made it
should've
into a
flipped them.
dress. Yeah,
She
made
should've
that
flipped
shit
them.
into a dress. Bitch, you would have.
I have been crystallized in the outfit I already had.
Yeah, I was turning a trick, and then
Katya, yay!
so we had Katya, and she came out wearing a yellow dishcloth. I
Awesome.
swear.
Oh my god! In a 1970s
Or a towel or something.
like, pot holder.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
Loved
loved it.
it. I loved
And then
it.
her hair was just a mess. It was. She looked like a man. I loved it. She was.
Oh, Dottie, I loved it so much.
I think Brandon's gonna start crocheting now.
Yeah. I want to crochet now. And I actually thought Katya was gonna win.
Good input, Brandon, too.
Yeah. So then Ginger came out, and I just said it looked like the rest of her outfits.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
it
she
does.
was wearing something. She just came out. She just looked like what she's been wearing all season because her
You
runway's
and I
been
are
weak.
so on the same page because I was like, everything she's done has been kitsch hideous. And she's,
And then she was wearing Bianca's eyelashes. She had like the Bianca Del Rio lashes, and then just wearing one of her regular dresses. Like she didn't. She goes, "Oh, what's the challenge? Ugliest dress? I'll just go in my closet. Here we go." Just the first thing she saw, I didn't get
She
it.
just
I
went there
love
like
Ginger.
Daredevil.
I love Ginger, though.
No, I like Ginger too. I think she's gonna make the top 3, but she's not delivering on the runway. Next we had Trixie, and I thought Trixie looked like if Jinx Monsoon was going to an '80s party or something. Like that's
Yes,
what
ma'am.
she looked like. It wasn't necessarily ugly. It just looked like a costume or like a theme or.
She looked like she was going to an '80s party, and it looked like there wasn't very much thought put into it, which really shocked me because she was brought back after having been eliminated. Which
And this is your time to really shine, because
I
everyone
would've
else is going to
gone-
look at you.
I would have gone balls out on your forehead with that one. Like I would have done the ugliest, shittiest dress and wig I have. And I've got some ugly dresses and some shitty wigs.
We know.
Like,
We
yes,
know.
you do. Yes, you do.
Speaking of,
That's why,
Yes,
this
yes.
is why we don't have a camera here.
Exactly.
it would break.
It would. It would.
Speaking of just that in general, this episode made me realize that I don't think I wanted Trixie to come back because I would have loved to see Kasha or Tempest say, "Oh, you want an ugly dress?"
Oh,
Watch
Kasha,
this.
Miss Kasha
Oh.
Davis.
Kasha would
been
have darted
awesome.
out. Tempest would have made something because she's a costumer apparently. So she would have come out as a crab lady or something. Who fucking knows? So that would have been good. Or hell, Jasmine had terrible outfits. She could
You
have
know
just
what
came
I
out.
was? You know what I was sad about was that you've got John Waters sitting there. You've got ugly drag being the thing to do on the runway, and I would have, had it been me, done Hatchet Face from Crybaby.
Yes!
Thank you.
Yes!
I would have fucking done Hatchet Face from Crybaby. I'm sorry.
I knew you liked that movie.
I do. I've seen it enough times.
All right, we're
for
done.
little baby.
I won! I won something!
But I would have definitely, fuck yes, I would have done that and been like, and done like a more dragged up version of it. But I would have totally done Hatchet. I call people Hatchet Face all the time. I shouldn't, but I do. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Come get me? You're on Twitter.
Well, next up we had Pearl, and I just wrote down, is she doing a Trixie impression?
Thank
'Cause
you.
She actually had Trixie's makeup on
Yeah,
tonight.
yes,
with
she
the
did.
with the weird eye, and she kind
And that was kind of a Trixie dress.
yeah, it looked like she looked
Yeah.
like a little Barbie doll, or like a little one of those little dolls. If you lean back, they go to sleep. So I was like, is she doing Trixie? Did they switch outfits? What happened here? So
Maybe he's just been watching Trixie and thinking, she sucks.
Yeah.
This is... I know exactly what to wear.
Yeah, adorable
Shade.
and ugly aren't the same thing.
Yeah, she was precious.
Yeah. She looked really cute. I was like, I want that dress because I want to feel youthful and attractive.
All right. Well, next out we had Violet.
Brandon's
and I
like,
just
never
wrote-
gonna happen.
I just wrote Clown Posse. Like, fuck
That was awesome. I loved...
It was. But she served up some John Waters realness. Like, nobody in a John Waters film rocked their frock and thought, this looks like shit. Like, Hatchet Face
She loved it.
thought, I'm the fucking bomb. I'm sexy as fuck. If
Mona. Mrs. Mona.
If you go back and watch Crybaby, Hatchet Face was like, bitch, I'm rocking it. Like, I look good. And that's the attitude you've got to have, I think, especially if you're rocking over the top for fucking John Waters.
So what was Ricky Light's character? Not Donna. Not Precious. Shit.
Fatty 2x4.
That's what it was. Fatty 2x4. And Hatchet face.
Hatchet face, yes.
All right. Well, we all liked her outfit. Last one was Fame doing a Darien Lake impression.
And if Darien Lake had a Chihuahua's head on a Rottweiler body, that wasn't even close. Like Fame, I think John Waters hit it on the head when he said you need ugly lessons, and even your ugly is glamorous. Like, it's very chic, and it's done as I am beautiful and I am playing what I think is ugly, and that's just not, like, clearly Fame I don't think is well versed enough in gay culture to understand that over the top, tacky to ugly, you know, look. Like, you look at a character, again, I hate to keep referring to her.
It took him 8 episodes to get the head.
Yeah, thank you. But I hate to keep going back to the same thing, but you look at a character, you look at Divine, you look at Hatchet Face, you look at, you know, the whoever the fuck it was Ginger Minge was playing. You look at these characters are over the top, they're gross, they are gritty, they are filthy, but there is an art in the ugly, and there is a beauty in the ugly. And I think for anyone to really call themselves an artist, if you can't take that out of the box, trash, beat up look and turn it into something that is, albeit awkward, but beautiful to the eye, then you don't understand what John Waters was going for. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm not an art school student, but just that's my 2 cents on it. Like, that's almost kind of the aesthetic I go for daily, is something over the top, trashy, not necessarily what would be considered classically pretty, but an aesthetic that's odd and strange and still kind of, you can look at it and go, that's art, that's expression.
Is she still talking? I just went to the bathroom. What's going on?
Brandon
I just made a drink. I don't know.
Brandon adopted a baby from Ethiopia in the time it took me to explain my point.
Are we still on Fame? What happened there?
All those diaper commercials.
I want to ask.
Yes,
I wanna,
all the.
Oh, we're gonna get on
diaper,
that.
ooh.
I want to ask our special guest Braxton. Whose outfit was your favorite?
Probably the ugly clown one.
Violet
Violet.
Chachki.
Yes.
That was also my favorite. Steve. Katya, Violet.
Only because I love her so much. I'm Ginger. I love Ginger so much.
Is it because of Snatch Game that now you love her?
No, I liked her beforehand.
Beelzebub, can you bitch slap Steven for me? I can't reach
Yes.
out.
It was not an edit on the screen.
All right, well,
fine. In Chachki, I guess,
Brandon,
if no
who
one's
was your
happy with mine.
favorite?
Oh, Violet, always. Every week, Violet's usually been my favorite.
You and I agree on that. Brandon and I are going to start a club, and we're going to call it the We Like Violet and Fuck You Bitches.
And you can't sit with us.
Yeah,
All right,
you
well,
can't sit with us.
Brent and
All
I
right,
sit
so
at the table.
they showed...
I'm going to get back to the Violet costume thing, actually. Was the first episode was the best look she had, I think. When she came down and she made Carson go,
Oh, shit. She reversed that. Oh, my God.
She came out in this one...
I don't think Carson Kressley has ever been shocked like that before.
Yeah. Like, she grabbed him. Like, so.
Look, let me tell you, I had a religious moment when she flipped that shit inside out. I was like, oh, I believe in Jesus. Fuck this. Oh, no, ma'am.
And then she
Jesus
won the
made
competition on that one. So.
Yeah, she won the competition. Period. She won.
Yeah,
she's
she
Who do you
won.
think's
We're
gonna-
predicting it here.
Final 6.
Well, hold on. We got to discuss.
What?
Blasphemy. What do you think?
I guess we already discussed how those group challenges went. We didn't like any of them. Team Cha-Cha Heels was the best one, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, they gave it to Ginger. I guess they're apologizing to Ginger for pairing her up with Sasha Bell last week.
Oh my God! Please tuck her tiny penis and move the fuck on.
She did. She won.
Well, the judges' critiques, they did what we pretty much thought they were going to do. Nothing came out of left field there.
Well, they didn't coddle Fame this week, and she fucking went home, and I'm happy to see that.
Well, I like that when they started asking who should go home.
That was
Everyone
awesome.
said Fame,
Fame,
except for Violet, who then said Trixie. And I was
I
like,
love that.
And she was the last person they
Hey!
asked, so that showed a lot of balls for Violet to go Trixie.
Well, I think it was a good point, too. She was already eliminated, and she does need to be under a magnifying glass. She can't come back and coast.
Yeah. Like
And,
girls.
which is what she did today, I think.
Yeah, I feel like if you come back, you have to win that next challenge, or bitch, you go home again. So yeah,
Just because Pearl put her in that headgear and stuff last week. I guarantee
I would have rather seen costume.
if Trixie did her... me too. If Trixie did her own makeup last week, then I don't think it would have... she wouldn't have won.
I agree with you.
I think she came out with the animated contacts and all that stuff. And I don't like her drag.
All right, so Ginger Minge won.
Boy, Trixie's cute though.
Oh yeah, we're a big fan of him. So Ginger Minge won, and she's the first queen this season to get the 3 wins. After Sharon Needles, they've always been spreading out victories, even when it doesn't seem fair. Like, Kennedy shouldn't have the 2 she has now. Just saying, but they always spread them out now, so there's not a clear winner. So I guess they're investing in Ginger for the top 3. Violet needs to start getting more wins because she's never done bad. This is the first episode where they almost had her lip sync. But anyway, so the bottom 2 was Pearl and Fame. And we just all were like, oh, great. Is this going to be a double elimination? Because we know neither of them can lip sync. And Pearl was just here this past Friday in Nashville. And someone videoed it and put it on their Facebook. And they're like, hey, Brand, did you watch Pearl lip sync? I was like, yeah, it's the same shit. Like, I'm sorry. I like Pearl, but she cannot lip sync. All she does is just move her arms around, just flails them about. She's not a Pointer Sister. She's pointing her whole arm.
She's a Jessica Simpson or an Ariana Grande. I can't dance, but I'm gonna move my arms. And
I'm gonna move my waist up, and then I'm gonna give you a crazy look, like I'm really feeling this song. And she did the exact same thing in this lip sync. It was just the exact same thing she did against Trixie. And these are 2 completely different songs, but if you swap the audio, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's the same
thing.
Let me tell you,
God, it was awkward.
As a former NFL cheerleader, I can tell you that you have to put your whole body into. I wasn't allowed to lip sync, but we were told to self-face, and we had full body choreography.
I could see you totally out there as a cheerleader.
I was a Baltimore Ravens cheerleader. Did
you
not know that?
No, I mean lip syncing.
Oh, yeah, I would get out there and lip sync I'd be pulling off my wig and have another wig under it, and pull that wig off and have another wig under it. And
have we got to the lip sync part yet?
We're discussing it now.
That's what we're doing now, bitch.
Oh, fantastic.
Wake up, Steve.
You've
been sleepwalking.
You've been sleepwalking through this
entire
podcast.
But it's something where, like, you get out and you have to own that whole... And they would tell us, own the field, show us... Because every week we had to fight for front row, or you lose it. They didn't dock your pay or anything, but I was like, there's no fucking way in hell that I'm getting put back row with these bitches when I know I'm a better dancer. It happened twice in one fucking NFL season. You have to move your whole body. We weren't allowed to lip sync. If we got caught lip syncing at all, we'd be... But you have to put your whole body into it. You can't just move your arms. And it's not about your ability as a dancer. It's about sell the song. Show the emotion of the song that you're... Why the fuck are you laughing?
Unfortunately, this is a Demi Lovato song. I think it was I Don't Care. And
I just started picturing you as a cheerleader taking off one wig to reveal another. I'm sorry. I don't know why that is.
Look, I've got some old videos that I think you would fucking...
I want to see them.
You would die laughing. But it's... Yeah.
You're right, though. No, but I was also chuckling that you have to move your whole body, and that's where the whole Pointer Sisters thing comes in.
Yeah, you can't do... I hate when I see people trying to pretend like arms is dancing, because arms isn't
unless
dancing.
the song is Vogue, and they're telling you to Vogue.
Thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
That's when you gotta stop.
Other than that, you're just landing planes.
I loved Ivy Winters. Loved Ivy Winters.
Yeah, that was a horrible lip sync.
But when she lip synced for her life, she didn't move. She just stood in one corner and just waved her arms, and that was it.
Yeah.
And she went.
And Alyssa destroyed her.
No, it was Coco, wasn't it?
It was Alyssa Edwards.
If you're actually singing, that's one thing, to reserve your energy. If you're lip syncing, look, I kill all y'all bitches on a lip sync.
I don't see. We had our own lip sync challenges.
Apparently, we can just do a Pearl and coast by. Just act like you're crazy.
It depends who's judging.
So, anyways, Fame, I don't know. She didn't really do much either. They were both really bad, and we kept looking like maybe they'll do a double elimination, but it was clear that the writing was on the wall that Miss Fame had got to go. So
I would have been really happy, even though I like Pearl, Boy Pearl. I think I would have been really happy to have seen double elimination. That would have really set the standards. It would have made up for bringing back someone last week, which they didn't have done. So they went back down to the final 5, and neither person really performed.
I would have been fine if after the lip sync, Rue would have just been like, "Trixie, come down here. You're done." Like, pull the Willem out.
Yeah.
Just fuck it, you go. Just someone go. Just.
I love that Steven loves Boy Pearl and also loves Morgan McMichaels. It's like one thing is really valid, and then the other thing is it's the yin and yang. Like, you almost cancel Your one cool thing out.
My one cool thing.
Well, because I mean, Morgan McMichaels looks like a fucking treasure troll.
You obviously haven't heard me sing in the shower. It's my second
Singing
cool thing.
in the shower. Yeah.
I was gonna say about lip syncs how happy I am they've outlawed the removing a wig.
Yeah. Thank
Wait,
you.
it's outlowed?
Not outlawed, but I think
It's frowned upon. Yeah.
It's frowned upon. Well, I don't think you should ever take your wig off and reveal like a bare head or a butt. Like, to me, that looks desperate. But like, if you pull a Roxy and you take a wig off to reveal another wig,
that's fine.
Like, that's some shit I do. I'm like, I'm gonna take this one off and that one off and this.
If
one
I
off
were
and
Miss
that
Fame
one
tonight,
off.
I would have had a second lip syncing dress underneath. Where I could
Yes, ma'am.
Or she should have done what Detox did when she had the little jellyfish dress and just keep spinning around to where it's flowing out, or do something. Yeah. If you have fabric like that, you can use it to your advantage. I mean, Coco Montrese had terrible sleeves, and she managed to send Alyssa home with fucking sleeves. Mm-hmm. You can use your garment. Use that fucking garment.
Who sent Coco home? I forgot.
Detox.
Oh, really?
God.
Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Peanut butter. Why I gotta be gray?
All right. I'm real excited about this.
Okay, so we've been noticing that during the commercials, I'm not sure what Logo thinks the audience is into, because first of all, they have a Nasty Pig commercial, which is for underwear and choke collars, and like if you're on scruff, you need to wear Nasty Pig. And the commercial is really weird because half the screen is like blurred and blacked out, so you can't even see the product, which is really bad from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that commercial is the weirdest diaper commercial I have ever seen for hipster babies. With Steven, can y'all describe it? I was really confused.
It's appealing diapers for gays. It's.
If you bought your baby on Amazon,
then you have your diapers.
If you ordered it from overseas, and the funny thing was, all the babies were multiracial. There was a little Asian baby, there was a little brown baby. There was
not just on Amazon, but also from the Amazon.
Hang on, I almost lost my way on that.
All the commercials were just really weird, and I'm like, who are they? Who do you think is watching Drag Race right now? Horny gays and new gay parents.
I think that and it was
that baby.
Yeah.
And by the way,
I'm surprised I didn't see a Hillary Clinton commercial pop on, a Hill Dog commercial or something.
Oh my god! And by the way, if you're listening, I have 2 passable Caucasian children that I'm looking to get the fuck rid of. They are awful bitches.
eBay.
They'll be on eBay next week.
No doubt they will be. They will be.
And I'm excited about this. Amy Sulam has received some mean tweets as of late from anonymous people. I would like her to address these
tweets. They're not anonymous, but we're not going to say their name because we don't want to.
Tonight's kind of a first.
Okay.
For 2 things.
Okay.
And I'm going to issue an open challenge to any listeners.
Okay.
All 5 of you.
That's right. In fact, you'll have to tweet to Amy for both of them, I think. We'll have to...
You tweet me,
actually, no. You can tweet me now. You can
know
tweet
what?
at Steven.
If you want to come
Steven
for
has
me,
technology now. What?
If you want to come for me, feel free, please, to tweet
me. All right.
me.
So the first challenge is mean tweets at Amy. And so here's the first one we got. In case you don't know, her Twitter is at Amy Sulam. That's AMYSULAM.
Hashtag adoption agency.
Yes, tonight, hashtag snarkology.
Yes.
And the bar has been raised already so high with this mean tweet. I'm going to be very impressed if anyone else can top this.
Okay, hang on. I want to make sure.
And then I'm going to tell you the second part.
Make sure I quote it directly. Here we go. From some asshole who shall remain nameless because you listen to me, but I don't know who you are, sweetheart. Let's see here. Amy Sulam looks like the physical embodiment of AIDS, and she's made me hate Freddie Mercury. That doesn't even make sense.
The first part's a little funny, but
the first part is hysterical
because I can see it.
Exactly. No, I look.
Is it because she has a Freddie Mercury mustache right now?
I think that's it. But here's the thing. If I look like the physical embodiment of AIDS, that's correct because people know that I'm trouble. they're still not doing anything to not get me. So there's that. And here's the other thing.
Let me tell you what. If you look like AIDS, and AIDS is damn beautiful.
AIDS is gorgeous and has a weave. But here's
and very cheap.
Yes, thank you. But here's the second part of that. Also, you shouldn't make jokes about AIDS if you're in the gay community. So fuck you for that.
That's right.
Fuck you for that.
Unless you have it, then it's good.
Right. Then it's cool. It's cool. It's like me being biracial. I can make biracial jokes all day long because I are those things. But you definitely should. I can't remember what I was going to say. You'll have to edit that.
We won't. Don't worry.
That's fine.
That's what I imagine AIDS sounds like too.
Yes, AIDS sounds like that. Here's the other thing. If I look like the physical embodiment of AIDS and AIDS killed Freddie Mercury and you love Freddie Mercury, wouldn't that make you hate me and not him?
Right.
It's not like Freddie Mercury
Unless they
invented...
didn't like Freddie Mercury and they liked AIDS.
Freddie Mercury ruined AIDS for them?
Yeah. The tweet doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I don't understand if you're pro or anti-AIDS in that. Like, I can't understand it.
Well, hopefully we'll have some good contestants to try and top it.
Yeah, so everyone, that's the tweet you have to top, and focus that at Amy Sulam.
Now, here's one thing I'm real happy about, something we're starting.
By the way, go through all of my pictures and read me hard, because if you can't fucking look at the pictures I posted on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter...
She's not throwing you a curveball. This is pretty easy.
It's pretty fucking easy. Either go hard or go home, motherfuckers. That's what we're playing right here.
I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to make this woman cry, but she may make you.
No.
Here's the next part I'm very excited about. Tweets from fans. And you can tweet in and ask questions to us.
Absolutely.
And this is we'll use the very first one we've got. And for now, you can text at Stunning Stephen Wyatt. That's Stunning with 2 N's, Stephen with a PH. I'm sorry, just Stunning Stephen. Scratch the Wyatt part. The first question here is from Sally from Texas. Sally says, how do y'all know each other? Good question, Sally.
Oh, we met at a gangbang.
We did? All of us. Bertram wasn't there. He was just watching and not participating like tonight.
He was the camera. He was the cameraman. Actually, Stunning Steve and I met about 5 years ago. 5 years ago on Halloween.
Halloween night.
Oh.
We tried to get into a bathhouse once. It did not work out.
Yeah, funny.
That's for another story. You can tweet and ask about it next week.
I'm sure Sally will ask next week.
Yeah, Sally may have another good question next week. I was Two-Face.
And I was Joker.
And it was really weird. And those the 2 best incarnations of those we did. Mm-hmm. And so then we met through our dear friend Rick.
And we both happened to be big Bond fans. And
I cannot wait to tell how I met you 2 fuckers.
Oh.
That's all the time we have tonight.
We and I need to pour more drinks for that one.
Okay, so I had the pleasure of meeting Steven and Brandon at a birthday party threw for my bestie, my gay husband.
Ha-cha! That's it.
And we all had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Well, here's the thing. I threw a birthday party for Sully. Oh, come on. I let you guys talk about 2 days ago. Okay. Let me tell I think our listeners will thoroughly enjoy this because they hate my fucking guts, apparently. So, I threw a birthday party for my bestie, Sully, at my house. And Stephen and Brandon showed up about 3 hours late and 3 sheets to the wind. And proceeded to read me to filth on everything.
No, that's not fair. It wasn't just you.
It wasn't just me. They were reading. But
you know what? It was every one of the most polite party guests we've ever met in our entire life.
But I don't give a fuck about them. So they read me to filth and totally hurt my feelings. Like, Stephen and Brandon actually made me cry that night and hurt my feelings.
I don't want to hear that.
No, you didn't make me cry.
I didn't think so.
But they showed up totally drunk and belligerent, which makes me just love them even more. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that they acted so crazy at my party. And then, after everybody sobered up the next day, Steven sent me a really sweet apology. Brandon pulled down my pants and kissed my ass in a public place.
I did do that.
Which was
That's insane. How I was taught to apologize to people.
Which was insane. But they got so much street cred with me because they just came in drunk and didn't give a fuck, and I go through life drunk and not giving a fuck, and so how could I not absolutely be in love with them?
And then we all became so close.
And then we became, I will take a bullet or fuck somebody up for either of these boys.
And I would have sex with any attractive man for Amy.
Yes, if you are, I don't like boys, but if you are interested in me, please feel free to let Steven put his dick in your butthole, because Nashville's full of tops. That's a lie.
It won't hurt from him, trust
It won't,
me.
yeah.
One thing I'd like to point out about that story is when we showed up drunk, we didn't drive.
Yes, safety first, and then Steven threatened to slap me, and Brandon's
Yeah, if I don't drink and drive, don't sip and swerve.
And Bart Torrington does not really exist. So,
Well, our bartender, Bogart, we just met him just now.
Wait, you guys didn't say you didn't read me on the first time we met. My tacky
that was your
dress,
story.
my
No.
hair.
Because one, we didn't remember it.
Yeah.
And two, we regret it. So, it's something we don't want to talk about.
Oh my god, you guys! I had on Okay, I was wearing a pink sequins dress and had my hair teased to Jesus.
You look like Teresa Guadice that
Thank you.
night. You were fucking tan. You had black hair that wasn't yours.
No, I thought you had this high-standing red hair.
No, it was.
No,
it was
black. It was not a natural color.
Thank you. It was not a natural color, but
She had about 9-inch stiletto heels.
It was like a
on.
Dickerson Road version of Jessica Rabbit, I think.
Yeah.
except for it was hot pink.
I thought it was red. See, I don't remember this night.
You know what? At least Brandon is a good enough friend to me to read me for that.
I wanted to read you. I don't remember it.
Steven doesn't remember Drag Race, and he's sitting here talking about it.
Yeah, who at home?
He doesn't even know who was on each season. He was like, "Oh, that was season 4." No,
I don't know. I
season-
didn't start watching until season
I'm
1.
glad Bartholomew is sitting here next to me and wants to be my friend.
Why don't you say hi?
I am enjoying this thoroughly.
He really does exist.
he's our parole officer.
Yeah. We don't like to talk about how we met.
Yes.
He's the officer that arrested us on the way back from Amy's.
This is our community service.
Brandon and Steven have to be besties with me forever until eternity because they showed up and made me upset.
I'm happy to be. Well, anyway, that was RuPaul season 7, episode 9.
See, he doesn't even know what season we're on.
Thank you, Sally from Texas, for your question. Thank you, Amy Sulam, for being here, being our
Remember,
Michelle.
the challenge is out. If you got a meaner tweet for Amy Sulam.
Yeah, if you have a meaner tweet, motherfucking tweet it to me. Like, let's go.
And
I'm
people-
ready to hear
If
it.
there's
and
anything-
let's leave Freddie Mercury out of this. It's
Yeah.
Leave Freddie Mercury or any other gay icon out of this. If you can't go through my pictures and read me, you suck at reading. I'm sorry. But
You need to turn in your library card.
thank you. You motherfuckers have seen me in person. If you can't read me... Ooh.
I just don't want to. I'm also afraid to.
Well, I mean,
My feelings will get hurt.
I will punch a bitch in the face, but I'm saying...
Yeah.
But if you honestly...
My face won't get hurt. It's no.
No. I will fist kiss your dick.
Why did that turn me on?
But if you can't look at my pictures and read a bitch, you are a weak-ass fucking library... What, patron? You're a weak-ass library patron. Get the
And
fuck
if you
out.
have any questions for us, remember to tweet at StunningStephen.
Yes. If you got hateful shit, at Amy Sulam. If you have questions, at Stunning Steven.
If there's anything you want us to talk about. All right. That's that.
Yay, porn.
Thanks again, Tom Benson, for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, Bernard Belafonte.
And thank me, Brandon Gonzalez.
Thank
great.
Jesus for Brandon. Brandon's amazing. I love Brandon.
I know, he's my drug dealer. He helps me out.
And
And Zeus.
Thank me.
Yes, thank you, Steven, for
You're welcome.
wearing your work shirt and sweats.
Sweatpants. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're sitting at a table, so no one should be able to see my pants.
You are official from the waist up.
Bye.
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 Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.